Before I go any further, I'd like to say that LED lights can give off harmful UV rays. So for that reason, it's a good idea to wear protective glasses. I bought some glasses to use with mine, and I'll show you those at the end of this video. I always like to see a user's manual, and it's always a good idea to read the entire thing because there's stuff in there you need to know. This comes with a power cord. Then there's a little sack with some hangers and a cord that you can use to connect one light to another light. One thing I forgot to mention was this box was packed inside another box. And as you can see, the light itself is stuck inside these styrofoam pads on the ends, which means the entire thing was packed very well. Now, to get a better look at every angle of this light, I'll take it out of the styrofoam pads. One thing I noticed is this light is much lighter than fluorescent lights that I'm using. Here's a look at the front of it. It has a on-off switch right there, and then the dimmer function is on the opposite side, and you can brighten or dim it as you desire. We'll take a quick look at the rest of the light, and then we'll have to do a few things before we can get this thing up and running. The cord I'm holding here has to be plugged into the side of the light. There's a little access hole on the side of the light, right where I'm pointing, and you just plug the end of the cord into that, like so. Then we have to hook up the power cord. Like the other cord, it's just a matter of plugging one into the other, like so. Now we're ready to get the hangers ready. There are 2 wire hangers with 2 clips on each hanger, and those clip onto the corners. There are holes there. The clips were a little hard for me to squeeze together with my fingers, so I got some needle nose pliers, and that's what I used to squeeze the clip together, and then they snapped onto the corners very easily. Just like that. After repeating that 3 more times, the 2 wire hangers were ready to go. Then there are some rope hangers that we will use to hang the entire light up. The rope hangers also have clips on them that are easier to squeeze together, so that makes it pretty easy to put them on. One thing that I forgot to mention before is that there are 2 on-off switches. The one that turns the light on and off is directly opposite from the switch that turns the dimmer function on that I showed you before. This cord is meant to be used if you operate more than one light together in a daisy chain. There are 2 ports on the side of the switch box to plug it into, but I don't need it, so I'll be setting it aside. Inside the user manual, there's a section on the parameters of the different models, another section on assembly of the various models, a section on the dimming operation and how it functions, a section that covers some growing tips that will come in very handy. Finally, there's a section on precautionary statements, and this section is very important to read because that tells you how to safely use the light, such as to not touch the light panel when the light is in operation, and to wear protective glasses whenever looking at the light. I personally would never look at the light even with protective glasses. Now let's take a look at the glasses that I got to use with this light. These protective glasses are made by VivoSun. These glasses block UVA and UVB rays that can be harmful to your eyes. That way you can safely work around your plants. When I got this light and got it set up and turned it on, I couldn't believe how bright it was. I got on my laptop and ordered these glasses right away. I intend to eventually get a grow tent, but until then, I'll use these glasses whenever I come into the room. I plan to have some of my pepper projects growing 365 days a year, so I can stabilize them a few years early. I guess you could say I bought this light and glasses as an early Christmas present for myself. If you want to check out the exact light and glasses that I bought, I'll put links down below. If you're just now finding this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. That way you can follow along and see how these pepper projects do over the winter. We'll see you next time.